Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and I told you we are going to be doing some of our freezer meals. Instead of making them, I'm going to show you what I do when I cook them. This is a meatloaf. Remember the meatloaf we made? Frozen solid. And that's alright. It's going to go in my oven, frozen solid. No, I didn't take it out last night because you know what? I'm terrible at that. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't always know what I want to eat for dinner the night before. So, you know, I figured, I'll take this out, put it in the oven in a couple hours, then it'll be ready by 6. That's all it needs. I can't get this off here. I wrapped this baby nicely. Where is it here? There we go. Okay, now if this was thawed, it wouldn't take much. But this isn't thawed, so this is gonna take a couple hours. I love it. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, you know what? We'll put a little oil in my pan. Ew, I'm almost out of my olive oil. I probably got enough to just... That's enough. Just to coat the bottom a little bit. Alright, we're going to put that right in there. Now, because that's frozen solid, let me throw this out. Now, because that is frozen solid, I'm not putting anything in there right now about, you know, because I'm going to put potatoes in here and maybe a chunk of onion because, you know, I love onion. But I'll do that about an hour beforehand. So I'm going to let this cook for a good hour because it's frozen solid. And then after that, I'll bring you back and we'll put the potatoes, and I might do some carrots. I gotta make a tent here. I might do some carrots with it, I'm not sure. But we'll put something in there with it. So, I'm just gonna fold this up. This isn't quite big enough for my pan, so I'm just gonna do this way. And fold it. No, I'm not putting any water in there. It'll create a little bit of juice. All on its own. Okay, that's going to go in my oven. 400 degrees. I cook everything, almost everything 400 degrees. Especially from frozen. And I'm not going to worry about waiting for it to preheat because I got a tray there. Because it'll be fine. It's frozen. Alright. I'll see you back here when we get ready to put our potatoes and our other veggies in there. Okay, friends. I took this out. It's still got a ways to go. But I am going to cut my potatoes up first and get them in there. And all I'm going to do is cut these in half longwise. Put them right along there. Okay. All right, so now I got... Maybe I'm going to do an onion and I'm going to do a carrot. I love baked carrots. Mr. Wayna, not so much. So I'm only doing one. I love cooked carrots. I think I put carrots in just about all my sheet pan dinners A lot of my casseroles, definitely my soups. I've got canned up honey glazed carrots or gingered carrots. I love them. They're wonderful. Okay, that's going to go right in there on that side. And I'm only going to do half of this onion. This will be good in here too. All right, I'm not gonna cut him anymore. I'm just leaving him just like that. Doesn't that look wonderful, friends? All right, I know I got the meatloaf is all seasoned, but I'm gonna do a little bit of pepper and salt on my veggies here. Because remember, potatoes love salt. I've got more ketchup than barbecue sauce. So ketchup it is today. All right, that's all I'm putting on there. I'm gonna put this lid back on here that I had. And back in the oven she goes. And I'll see you, friends, when this is done. Okay, friends, I've got 2 beautiful chicken breasts in here that are gorgeous, baked, and crispy on the bottom. I love that. Those are left over from what I baked yesterday. So I want to take those and I just want to whip together a simple yet just delicious chicken salad for the rest of the week for sandwiches. So with that being said, I am going to, listen here, this is how I keep my celery. It stays fresher when you keep it in aluminum foil. I'm probably not going to use this entire thing. The celery is cleaned, so I don't have to worry about that. And we're just going to cut it real small. Get that out of my way. This will be wonderful. And I've got homemade bread left over. So it will be really good. Oh, I don't want that in there. And I like lots of celery and onion. And I even put I got a few green grapes here. Okay, this was onion that I shredded up for my scalloped potatoes that I made for church yesterday. So I'm just going to chop this up because this is what was left over. And I don't want this going bad. So we'll just give that a little chop and it'll be good. Okay. Now my grapes, I think I'm just going to do these in half. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I got quite a few of them. I'm going to get my other knife. Yeah, these will be good just cut in half. The little ones I'll just leave whole in there. Beautiful. I think I could safely put all these in there. It's wonderful. And it's got a crispy bottom and I love that. It'll give it a crispy crunch in your chicken salad. I'm just going to cut these up small. Wonderful. This will be wonderful on a fresh piece of homemade bread. Beautiful. And you know what? I could even put it in a... Oh, I've got a review to do because I had a company that sent me a beautiful panini press and a grill. And I was just going to say how wonderful it would be to make a chicken sandwich on some fresh homemade bread and put it under that panini grill. Oh my goodness, that would be wonderful. And I think that may be what we'll do. If you keep your celery wrapped up in some aluminum foil, it stays for a long time in your fridge without going bad. Onions don't last long enough in my fridge to go bad. I love them. Okay, so we got this going on here. And I love a little spicy brown mustard in it. So we're going to put some of that in there. We'll start out with that right there. I want some, actually I don't need salt and pepper. Maybe pepper. You know I love pepper. Okay, we got a little pepper. Because the chicken is seasoned quite well. Oh, look at that. It'll be gorgeous. Beautiful. I need a little bit more mayo. Oh, come on. There we go. We'll try that. I don't want it too soupy, but I don't want it dry. Beautiful, and that spicy brown mustard is going to taste wonderful on there. I think we got this pretty good. Onions and celery and chicken and grapes. Oh, beautiful. And brown mustard. So it's going to have a beautiful flavor. I'm going to taste it. Mmm. It's like sweet and savory. Perfect. That is good, and that's going to be good on a piece of fresh homemade bread. Beautiful. Okay, so we will have chicken sandwiches a couple of times through the week. So that'll be nice. I'm just going to put it in this container here. All right, perfect fit. Okay, friends, there's our chicken salad. Beautiful. Okay, friends, just look at this beauty. That is done, and it's gorgeous. And we're gonna serve that up for dinner. And it took just 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. Frozen. So thawed out, it would have been not even an hour. Okay. Oh, these are beauties. Come on, we want to get that out of there. We got potato from Mr. Wayna. We'll give him another one up here. Oh, just look at that. Is that beautiful or what? Look. Okay, we're going to cut him another slice because he will eat. That's wonderful. Now, he won't eat any veggies, onions or that, but I'll show you my plate. I love the carrots. Beautiful. I had my dishwasher running, so I had to shut that off. That plate gets hot. Take a look, friends. Wonderful. All right, we're going to go have dinner. And you know what, friends? With the leftover, makes wonderful meatloaf sandwiches. And I mean wonderful meatloaf sandwiches. This, well, as between this and the chicken salad, we'll have sandwiches for dinner and lunch all through the week. Wonderful. Welcome to a brand new day, friends. Listen, I had a friend of mine send me a goodie box. Oh, I just love her. This is what was in it. A beautiful Amish community cookbook. And we're going to cook out of this. We're going to bake out of this. I've looked at this thing. I've read this from cover to cover already. I love cookbooks. Anyway, this is an applesauce nut bread. Now, if you look at this, it looks like an awful lot of ingredients. It's one of those that are like, oh, I don't want to make that. That's just too much. You know, I want something easy to make. But I'm telling you, friends, this is wonderful. I just gathered all my ingredients, set them all on the counter, everything that I'm going to need for this, and we'll just put this together. I'm not going to use my mixer. We're going to put this together by hand because it doesn't look like it's going to be all that hard work, you know. When it's something that requires mixing and mixing and mixing and tons of kneading, well then, you know, I get my machine out because I've got arthritic hands and it just don't go well with that. So, the first thing we're going to do is this is called applesauce nut bread. I don't have any walnuts on hand. I've used them all for Christmas cookies. So, I'm just going to double up on my raisins and omit the walnuts, which you can do. Okay, but first thing first is we're going to mix all our dry ingredients together, okay? Now, let me get this over here so it's easy to get at. All right, so it calls for 1.5 cups of flour. 1.5 cups. Okay, so that one is good. I love these Amish recipes. They're wonderful. Okay, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cinnamon, and nutmeg. So we're going to put this all in our dry ingredients. It's a teaspoon of each. So we got the baking powder, salt, baking soda, and cinnamon. Okay. And then only 1/2 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. So we'll just do 1/2. Beautiful. All right, we're good with that, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna mix that all up. Oh, this is going to be a wonderful loaf of bread. I've never made this before, so this is all new to me too. And it says, stir in the oatmeal, walnuts, and raisins. So we're just going to stir in the oatmeal and the raisins because we're not putting walnuts in here. You can. I will list this recipe with the walnuts in just the way it is, okay? So the oatmeal is 1 cup. Oatmeal in there. And then we're going to double up on the raisins, so we're going to do a cup of raisins. Ooh, that'll be good. I got some beautiful raisins here. Okay, we got them in there. I'm going to move this out of the way. Whoa. Somebody asked me where I got these containers. I love these containers. I got them at Sam's. We're just going to kind of fold this together. Which is nice because you get those raisins coated with that flour and they won't all sink to the bottom of your bread, of your pan. So, all right, and we can set this aside for just a minute. Now we're going to get this one out. We don't need that. And we're going to cream together our brown sugar, which is, where is it? A half a cup of brown sugar. And we also got a 1/3 cup, and I'm using margarine. You can use margarine, shortening, or butter. I use lard in a lot of things instead of shortening, but I wouldn't recommend using lard for a replacement for something sweet, unless it's a pie crust. That's why I'm using just margarine, okay? I don't have any shortening. There's 1 cup. Now you're going to see me use a lard because I'm going to show you. I always make my, we're just going to cream this together. I'll yak with you while we're creaming this together. I always make my pie crust with lard. We're going to add the eggs, which I got them in my pocket. I don't want them rolling off my counter. Mix the eggs up in here. Okay, now we're going to add our applesauce, which is 1 cup. Actually, I'll put my spoon right in there. We need a half a cup of milk. And there we are. Mix this together really good. Now you certainly can use a cake mixer or hand mixer, whatever they call them, or your stand mixer. But I'm just doing this one the Amish way. I got an Amish friend who bakes all the time and I love it. Okay, now we're going to mix this all together. Okay, it's good. This is going to be beautiful, friends. Look at that beautiful dough. Okay, so I wasn't sure how many pans, because it doesn't say how many pans. It just says bake at 350 for 50 to 60 minutes. So we're going to turn our oven on to 350. Okay, I greased my pans. I think this will do 2 of them, to be quite honest with you. Or you could probably do it in a cake pan. Either or. We're going to see. You know what? I think this is 1. Yeah, this is going to be just 1. Beautiful, though. Don't want to waste none of it. That is gorgeous. Beautiful. Look at that. Okay, let's put this away. I'm going to bake another one anyway. This is going to go in the oven. And now this one I got to wait till it preheats. So this is just going to set on the stove. Okay, friends. I told you I was going to show you something that's going to be kind of useful. Your future selves will like you because you can freeze this. We're going to do a basic sweet dough. And we're going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do the sweet dough. But I'm going to go one step further. And I'm going to make, because I sell a lot of this stuff in my market stand. I'm going to make a cinnamon roll pull-apart bread. A little different than my normal pull-apart bread. But you can also make regular cinnamon rolls out of this and freeze them individually, flash freeze them, and then, you know, you can package them and in a Ziploc bag and take as many or as few out. If you got company coming or you want to have extra cinnamon rolls, then you'll have them. And it's so easy to do, and it is very convenient. So first we're going to do the sweet dough recipe. That's got to rise, and then after that we'll do the cinnamon roll pull-apart bread. Okay, so first thing first is I'm going to put milk down here, warm milk. I've got 1.5 cups of warm milk, and I need another 1/4 cup of warm water. So we got that going. We're going to put our sugar in. It's 1/4 cup and 1 extra tablespoon. We're going to mix that up really good. I want that sugar to dissolve in there. Okay, now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of yeast. And I'm just using instant yeast. Just sprinkle it right in there. You can mix that a little if you want. Now we're just going to leave that set for about 10 minutes for it to get all frothy and start to bloom. Oh, I want to show you something. Our beautiful bread is cooling on the stove. We're going to cut into this because we got to try that. I've never sold that. I've never made that recipe. And if it's good, it's going out to the market stand. Okay, while that is beginning to bloom, and it looks like it's starting to bloom already, we are going to crack our eggs in here. And we're going to need 3 eggs. And we need to beat the devil out of them first. Okay? I have them in my pocket so they don't slide off the counter. Alright. Let's get these beat up pretty good. You know what? I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt right in these eggs as I whip them up, because then the salt's already in there and I don't worry about forgetting it. It's very easy to forget the salt because you always want to put that in last, and it seems like once you get the flour in, your recipe's ready to go. And it's not. You forget the flour or you forget the salt. Okay, so we got those beat up pretty good. We're going to put in 3/4 cup of butter or shortening. I'm using margarine. So we got that ready. Okay. Done. Let's get our flour here because we're going to need 7 cups of flour. There, my little leveler. Okay, friends, now you can see in my bowl really good. We are going to add our eggs, and our salt is going in there. Okay. We're going to put our butter in there, and it doesn't need to be melted. I just break it up a little bit. There. That's good. And we're going to get our dough hook out. And we're going to give this a good mix. We're going to mix that up a little bit. And we're going to start putting 7 cups of flour in there. Okay, so we're just gonna let that go. Get that out there. Let that go and let that mix until it's all incorporated. Sometimes I just go ahead and scrape down the sides. And that's all I'm gonna do here. Just push it back to the middle. There we go. Now I probably won't have to do that again. Just this once. There. Beautiful. Okay, now this, you can see me. This is I'm gonna let this go till I don't see any more flour. And then I'm gonna let it continue for an extra 8 minutes to knead. Okay, friends, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hand knead this a little bit because I just have to keep adding flour to it. I don't want it to get real dense. And I know, you know, it's probably our weather here because we have had a storm. And we've got about 1.5 feet of snow in the last, I want to say 2 days. So we've gotten a lot of snow. And that's probably what's hindering this. So I'm just going to put a little flour down here because I know that this is pretty sticky yet. There we go. We'll get that out here. Okay. I am going to just it's not too sticky, so that's what I want. I don't want that sticky. Beautiful. Okay, now let me, before I go any further, let me scrape this up because I can knead that right into that dough. There we go. Beautiful. A little bit sticky there yet. Okay. That's pretty good. That's going to be nice. All right. So now this is going to have to double in size. So I got my bowl spray for this too. I'll put that right there. And we'll put that upside down. Give that a twirl around. And then turn it back. Right side up. I got a nice little shower cap here. And if anybody wants to know about these are cheap as can be. You see me? These are cheap as can be. And they're lovely to use on all your kitchen stuff. You get them at Amazon, and I got a link to them in my description box because I love them and I use them all the time. All right, this is going to sit for about 1.5 to 2 hours until it doubles in size, and then we'll be back and we'll get to the cinnamon roll pull-apart bread. Remember, friends, when I showed you out my kitchen window the other day? It wasn't the other day. It was, I think, a couple weeks ago. There was no snow. I mean, no snow. Now, look, we got all this snow. And if you see that down there, my husband, that little trail, he went through there with the snowblower this morning. And if you see how high the sides are, that's about 1.5 feet of snow we got in the last day, 2 days. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's fun for snowmobiles. Take a look at my dough. Ha! You'll love this stuff. This stuff is nice. We're just going to knock it down. Beautiful. And yes, I reused the shower cap because none of the dough sticks to it. All right. Now, I forgot my flour. Okay, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on here, okay? And oh, look at it flop right out of there. Beautifully. Now I just go along the edge. And I get the scragglies. There. Perfect. Oh, that sun is bright outside. Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to show you. This is beautiful dough, friends. Just beautiful. I'm going to get this all in a nice, beautiful ball. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to cut this in half. It might not be perfect, but that's all right. It doesn't have to be. That's going to sit over there. We're going to get another little bit of flour on here because we're going to start rolling this one out. You're going to roll it out into, you know, as much of a rectangle as you can get it. Rolls out pretty nice. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, well, let's get this a little better here. Okay, now, we're not cocoa powder. I grabbed my cocoa powder instead of my brown sugar. Okay, so with this, we can take, and I'm going to sprinkle. I got a perfect gizmo for that. I'm going to sprinkle the cinnamon on here. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, you can see that. Perfect. Okay. We'll put that in there because we're going to use that again. Now we're going to and no, I didn't forget the butter. We're going to just sprinkle that around the top. Okay. We're going to keep that aside because we'll use that again too. Okay. I'm just going to sprinkle butter, just drizzle butter all over this. Not sprinkle, drizzle. And that way the butter won't be all over the place and you won't lose half of what you put on there. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Now, all I'm going to do is start rolling it up on this side. Okay, so now with these, we're going to cut these.
Cinnamon rolls?
Huh?
Are you making cinnamon rolls?
Yes. Okay, I'm going to cut the halves in half. I'm going to cut these in half. And I think we're going to leave them good size like that. So we're just going to lay them on here. And these are beautiful. Let me take that.
They're delicious.
They're gorgeous. Take that little flap and bend it under so that it don't fold open on you. You like Nana's cinnamon rolls, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
They're really delicious.
Mm-hmm. Now these, we're not going to let them rise. We're going to put these in the freezer right away so that they flash freeze. And these ones, you'll be able to take them out. Once they flash freeze, you can package them in another package. Let me get a little room on these here. Get a little room for these. You can put them like in a Ziploc bag, whatever, and then they'll, it's beautiful, but I think I'll put on that side. Gorgeous. You could either bake them all off or take a couple out at a time, like for Mr. Wayne and I. I don't need to bake this many when there's just two of us, so I can take out a couple cinnamon rolls and bake them up, and we'll have them for the next morning for breakfast, whatever. So you can take out as many or as few as you want. But this is going in the freezer, and then I'll be back and we'll get busy with our cinnamon roll pull-apart bread. We're going to roll this out too, Stella. You want to roll it?
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just want you. I just need you. I don't know what it is you do. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Just tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
Beautiful.
My hands.
Go wash them. Okay, now I'm going to sprinkle butter on here.
It's very important to wash your hands.
Oh, absolutely. If anything you've learned from me, you've learned that. I don't want to drizzle too much. I'm going to use this. I know it's going to take me a little bit, but that's all right. And I do it this way because I found this way of doing it that it doesn't make a mess all over my counter and butter burst all out the sides of the dough when I roll it up. Exactly. So.
Is this how you made the cinnamon rolls?
Mm-hmm. Yep, but this one's going to be a fancier one. This one's going to be cinnamon roll pull-apart bread. And you'll see what we're going to do with that. Okay, we'll save that for a little later. Okay, now, what we're going to do with this, I'm going to go this way, okay, is we're going to take, and we're going to go just like this, and it's going to go that way, just like that, and that's going to go, whoops, and it's going to go this way, okay.
That looks like a braid.
Yep. I think they've seen that okay. And that's what you wind up with. A cute little, hang on a minute. There, I can hold it. And that's what you wind up with. And that is what you call cinnamon roll pull apart bread loaf. We're going to bake this loaf at 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay? But we're going to give this
a little bit more,
just a little extra butter. Just a little extra. And then we'll butter it up too once it's done.
When you have butter, does it get crispy?
It gives it a beautiful, brown and
golden.
Gorgeous. Yep. So that's that. Okay, friends. We'll be back when that's done. Does it look good, Nene? You just want to rip one of them out of there, don't you?
I do too.
Okay, friends. We are back. This bread is beautiful. Absolutely, and it smells divine. But this is the one they want to dive into. So I'm just putting a little bit of a glaze on here. And all I did was a little bit of lemon juice and powdered sugar. And that's it. And I'm just going to put the glaze all on it, and then they can tear into it and tell you how it tastes. You like that, girls?
Mm-hmm.
Is your mouth watering? Oh, you're waiting patiently to try it. Okay, now this is a cinnamon roll pull-apart bread, which means what?
You can pull it apart.
You pull it apart. There's no cut. You just pull off a piece. Decisions. Thank you.
Now I can tell how you pull it.
You probably start down at that end. You start at one end. No, still start at that end right there. There you go. Now go from there. Just pull it. There you go. Look at there.
Want it?
Beautiful. All right, now we'll try it.
Oh, you're already stuffed in.
Well, friends, this is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Give them a thumbs up.
Not yet.
Thumbs up. 1, 2, 3.
It's good. Try it. Should I make some of that for your mama at home? That sweet dough is divine. And that lemon gives it just a hint of citrus. Oh, it's yummy. We'll definitely have to make this again. You don't have to bake this up right away either. You can just freeze that dough. Or you can make this up and freeze it before you bake it. You could bake it after you freeze it, or you could freeze it after you bake it. But anyway, we had a wonderful time in the kitchen, friends. We used our freezer meals. We made a beautiful meatloaf with the potatoes and the carrots and the onion. Wonderful. It turned out fantastic, and it's already gone, and it's just the next day. So we won't have any of that for our lunches. We made this beautiful bread, and none of us are going to try this to probably till tomorrow. Anyway, that is wonderful. It smells divine. This was the hit of the day. Anyway, you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. I'll put all the recipes in the description box below. And as always, friends,
Thanks for
For
watching.
watching.